Hey everyone! I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for listening, watching, and subscribing. I really do appreciate the support. And in this one, I wanted to speak to you about a quote that I recently read. I don't know who it's exactly by because there was no attribution, it was just an anonymous quote, but it said something like this: your dreams are as hungry as your demons. Be sure that you're creating the right person or the right thing. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing very heavily. But I really loved this quote, or the idea behind this quote, because it literally is what I'm dealing with right now in my life. I have a lot of interesting, amazing, cool, creative projects that I'm working on. And I get to spend all my days doing creative work, which I am extremely grateful for. I live an amazing life and I am thankful for that. And a lot of my creative projects involve writing. So I write novels and I write blog posts and I write other things. And so writing is a big part of my life. And over the time that I've been writing, over the last few years especially, I've really honed my skill in a way that I used to be so afraid of the blank page. I would be sitting there and I'd be unable to start, and it would take me days sometimes to start writing on a project. But now it takes me a few minutes. I sit down and I start writing because I know that the product matters more than the perfectionism of it. The finished product rather than perfectionism. And so I start writing and I write and it's fine. And I assumed, as all people do when they're doing well, that everything is fine and I have nothing to worry about. As time went on, I realized that although my dreams are very hungry and I'm feeding a lot of my dreams. I'm able to write every single day. I'm doing these audios and videos every single day. And so I'm lucky. I'm living a very grateful, amazing, blessed life. But I know that my demons are very hungry as well. And I realize how hungry my demons are, especially when I start thinking about beginning a new project. So recently I realized or decided or had the intuitive feeling, whatever you want to call it, that I want to start writing a lot more on Medium. Now, if you don't know what Medium is, it is one of the greatest writing projects that's out there. It's a very good way for writers to get their writing out there and to earn money from it, to get in front of really amazing magazines and newspapers and things like that. And so it's a very powerful medium. And so I really wanted to, I wrote for it in the past, and then I kind of got distracted, as I always do, by other things. And I realized now that instead of being distracted by other useless things, I should really be focusing my efforts on Medium, on writing on Medium. So it's basically medium, medium.com. Very simple, very easy to use, free to use. You can post on it without any fees or anything like that. So it's a great medium, and it's also really easy to use in the fact that it's very user friendly. So I started thinking, okay, I need to start posting on Medium, and I've been thinking about this since the new year started. So since January 1st, I had this revelation last December 2019. And since January 1st, I've been thinking, okay, I need to start writing on Medium. It's been 3 months already almost. Well, 2 months at least, for sure. It is March 7th, so 2 months and a bit. And I still haven't started writing on Medium. In fact, I just now started writing because I was like, enough is enough. I've fed my demons enough. I have procrastinated enough. I need to start writing on Medium because this is something that my intuition is telling me over and over again. Of course, it's important, especially as a writer, for me to get my name out there into the field. It's very important for me to get my writing on there. And so, but my demons were so strong that it took me 2 months to get to this point where I could write for Medium. It's not like I don't write every single day. I do write 1,000 words every single day for my novels, and I write in other manners for my blog. But for some reason, the demons related to Medium were much stronger. So much stronger. And I know why it's for me. The reason is very clear to me. It's because I know on Medium there's a lot more people that'll be able to read my posts and able to see my writing, and I'll be able to get a lot more negative feedback as well as positive feedback. But I'll know instantaneously from people if I'm a good writer or not, because it's very easy on Medium to figure that out. Because if you're a good writer, you get good feedback very quickly. And if you're not, and if your writing doesn't resonate with the people, you will not get that feedback. And so that's the fear that I was kind of holding in within myself, and it's very strong within me still. And I have posted a couple of days in a row, and I'm trying to post 30 days in a row. That's my goal for this month. But I notice that every single morning when I sit down, the first thing I want to do is write on Medium, because the fear is so strong within me that if I don't sit down right away and write, I will not write at all that whole day. I will just procrastinate, and I'll think to myself that there's no point writing this anyways, and why do I bother, and there's no point, and let me just do something else. Everything else is more useful than this. I'd rather go eat, I'd rather go sleep, and 100,000 excuses come up for me. Again, in this scenario, I am feeding my demons rather than my dreams. My dream is to be a best-selling author, or to be a well-known writer in this world, whatever that means in my destiny or in my fate. But if I don't keep on feeding my dreams by writing more and more and pushing my writing out there in all of the different formats, then I am feeding my demons. And if you can understand this, I have been writing every single day 1,000 words for my novels easily, without a lot of compunction, without a lot of problems. But for some reason, this particular thing really irks me and really brings the demons out for me. And it really just brings them out in full force. I'm sitting there thinking, why is this so difficult? And so really, the essence of it is that I'm focusing on the negative parts of it. I'm focused on the fact that if they tell me that I'm not a good writer, then I'm going to have to stop writing, which is not the truth. Or I'm focusing on the fact that if they tell me I'm not a good writer, then that means that I should just give up on this whole dream and go back to my 9-to-5 job, which is again not true. What I'm doing, instead of being like, all right, I'm writing. That's the main essence of it. That's what I want to do in my life. I want to write. No matter what happens in the end, no matter what the end result of my writing is. I don't know if I'll be successful or not. Obviously, the dream is to be successful. But if I'm not, it doesn't really matter. What I really want to do is write. That's the real thing that really drives me. That's my dream, is to write as much as possible every single day. Write. I want to spend as much time as possible writing. That's my real dream. But instead of focusing on my real dream, which is writing as much as possible, sitting down and writing, I'm focusing on the results. I'm focusing on the demons. I'm focusing on the negativity. I'm focusing on all of that other stuff that doesn't really matter anyways. My focus should and would always be writing. If I get to get up every single morning and I write, that would be a good day for me. If I can just get up every single morning and write, then that's a perfect day for me, actually. It's an ideal day. That's the perfect, absolute perfect day. I don't want anything else from that day. But then I start focusing on other things. The demons come up and they say, but what's the point of writing if no one's going to read it? Or what's the point of writing if you are a terrible writer? All of that stuff comes up because we stop feeding the dream. We stop focusing basically on the dream, which is writing or whatever it is for you. And you start focusing on the demons. You start feeding the demons. The more energy you put on something, the more focus you put on something, the more energy you put on it. And the more energy you put on something, the more you feed it. So in this regard, feeding our dreams versus feeding our demons is all about energy. It's all about focus. So what we need to do as an individual, what I need to do specifically, is to get up every morning and to focus on the writing. To focus on the writing, and that's it. Don't worry about who liked your post or who didn't like your post, or who said something bad about your post, or said something negative about it, or said you're a terrible writer. All of that is on the periphery. It should be not visible to you. It should be something that's ignored. It is on the periphery. It's something that should stay there, right? It's not important. All you need to focus on, as human beings, all we need to focus on is our dreams. So I focus on my writing. Am I writing? Yes. Okay, good. That's all that matters. Am I writing now? Yes. Good. That's all that matters. Am I writing every single day? Good. That's all that matters. That's the dream that I need to focus on. That's the focus and the energy that goes into the dream. The demons, on the other hand, the more you put your focus on the dreams and the more energy you put into it, you won't have any energy left over for the demons. After a full day of writing and creativity, I am too tired to think about anything else. I'm too tired to think about, oh, what is everyone thinking about my writing? Or did my book sell? Or this or that. Literally, I fall asleep, exhausted into bed because I just don't have the energy for anything else. And so I'm not thinking about all my demons. They're on somewhere out there and they're not being fed. They're dying, basically. And that's what I want for all of you as well. Whatever your dreams might be. I'm using writing as an example because it's very important to me. But what is your dream? And are you feeding your dreams or are you feeding your demons? Because it's very easy as a human being, actually one of the easiest things in the world, to feed our demons. It's actually much easier to feed your demons than to feed your dreams. It's hard to feed your dreams. To focus on your dreams and put energy into it takes a lot out of you. In fact, I notice it every single day when I go to bed that I'm exhausted, physically, mentally, spiritually. Just I've taken all of what is inside of me and put it on that paper and I'm done. And I sleep like a baby. It's like the best sleep in the world. Because I've been feeding my dreams all day and I haven't been feeding my demons. But you'll notice the opposite is true. If you feed your demons all day long, you're going to have a very hard time sleeping because you just haven't been doing what you're supposed to be doing with your time on this planet. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions about this, if you want to ask me any questions, you can comment below and I shall do another video on this. Again, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.